Hey girls gone strong, Nikki Naab-Levy here. And today I'm going to show you 3 exercises that you can do to improve your wrist strength that I learned from Claudia Moose, the creator of Primal Movement Works. So for these exercises, you're going to want some sort of little squishy kind of stress ball or kind of like that putty. Funny enough, a hammer or something that basically has a longish handle and then weight on one side, and then the last one you'll just need your body weight. So the first exercise is going to help with grip strength. And so for a lot of us, if you sort of look at your forearm, you're going to notice that you have a fair amount of muscle over here on the thumb side of the forearm, and I'm just as bad as everyone else, by the way. Not so much muscle over here on the pinky side. And so the pinky side here, these flexors are the ones that we're going to work on because our extensors, these ones on the thumb side, are quite strong. And what happens is when we're strong on one side and weak on another, that's where we get imbalance, mobility issues, grip strength issues, pain, all that fun stuff. So what you're going to do is start by kind of doing this pistol grip where you're going to kind of have like you're shooting a little gun, one finger pointing forward and your thumb in the air. And then these last 3 fingers are going to be the gripping ones. So you're going to grab your ball or your putty, and then you're going to just have your palm facing up towards the ceiling. You're going to hold onto that ball, and you're going to kind of reach through that finger and thumb that aren't gripping the ball. And all you're going to do is just squeeze the ball with those last 3 fingers. And you even saw when I did it, I kind of started to curl this finger in. I'm going to try to keep that one straight. And you're just going to squeeze and hold for 8 to 10 seconds, several times. So like, let's say 5-ish times, and then relax, and then you'll do it again. And what you'll feel is there's some activation here down through the wrist and forearm on that side. And then of course you'd repeat on the second side as well. The second exercise you can do is going to be holding on to this hammer. And so what you're going to do, this is going to train our forearm to do supination. So most of us sort of live with the palm down like this in this thing called pronation when we're cooking, lifting, driving, so many computer work, so many things in life. And so what you want to do is train your body to also be able to supinate or spin the forearm so the palm faces up. So the hammer actually acts as a means of resistance. So you're going to have your elbow by your side. You're going to just hold on to the hammer. The thumb can wrap under, no problem. And then all you're going to do is try to straighten out your wrist first, because I even have a little deviation. And then you're just going to start to supinate or spin the palm to face up towards the ceiling. You're going to hold. P.S. is harder than it looks. And then you're going to go back the other way. And you're just going to kind of continue with that tick-tocking motion, trying to keep your elbow just kind of gently centered by your side. And again, you could do 8 or even 10 of those, and then you would switch sides. The third and final exercise I'm going to show you is just different versions of sort of being on all fours or in a plank while being in a fist. And what that's going to do is it's just going to train you to sort of weight bear or load into the wrist, which most of us don't do in kind of normal daily life. So the caveat with this one is go with where you have tolerance. So a little bit of discomfort is okay. Pain, not so much. If you feel pain, you're going to want to probably back it off and just hold it in either a modified position, like if you were on your toes, come to your knees, or just hold it for a shorter period of time. But just know that if it's a little bit uncomfortable, that's normal because it's a position that you might not have done in a while, or who knows, ever. So what's going to happen is, and if you have rings, I'd suggest that you spin them around, get them out of your way, or take them off. You're going to make 2 fists. Wrap your thumbs around along your fingers, and then you're just going to want to kind of start by finding your good shoulder position. So for a lot of us, that means that we'll tend to start here with our arms in front of us. So you want to bring your weight over your arms, and then you might do a little bit of a sternum drop where you kind of let your chest fall, and then you push down through your hands to feel your shoulder blades come apart and just sort of find that range. And then try to find something that feels like it's in the middle of those two extremes. So your shoulder blades are fairly level across your back, but you're not super round and you're not hanging out, just something in the middle here. And then check that your elbows are strong but not locked. And then once you have that position, you're going to gently feel your shoulders slide a little down your back so you connect into your lats and your mid and low traps, so your shoulder stabilizers are active. And then to set the neck, I always like to lift my chin in the air and then just slowly nod the chin down so I feel length in the back of my neck, and now my gaze is towards the ground. And now if this is a good position for you, great. But if you feel okay with it, you can play with stepping one leg back and then stepping the other leg back, and you could take this into more of a full plank position and just hold and breathe like your standard plank. And again, you would hold that for as long as feels suitable with good form. And then you can take it down and relax. And those are just some simple exercises that you can do to improve your wrist strength.